Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
All right, welcome in to Rank 'em Up. Welcome back to the program. I am Craig, back with you again. Back with our friends here, Lilo. Lilo, how are you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing real good. Doing real good.
Don Dude, how are you?
Howdy. Well, good. How are you?
Gilberto?
I am good. I will be more calm this time.
Well, good. We had a good show last week. I'm looking forward to this week and taking it throughout the rest of the year. We look forward to that. We're trying to reach 1,000 listens by the end of the year, and you can help us do that. You can share the show. You can be a part of the program. Don, how can they do all that stuff?
I suggest that you marathon all the episodes on YouTube. You go to the YouTube channel, Rank 'em Up. You can see all of the archives, the new one, subscribe, and you will get the new YouTube show every week when Craig puts them up. Or maybe Lilo puts them up. I'm not exactly sure, but you'll get the new one every week. You can see the whole archives on YouTube. Obviously, go to Twitter. That's where we get a lot of our fan interaction, at Rank 'em Up, RANKEMUP. That's pretty fun. I always see that. Quebec's always in that conversation. And as soon as we're done insulting each other, then it gets entertaining. Also, you can go to Facebook. You can go to Facebook and like our show page. Go to iTunes, subscribe to the podcast. It'll go to your podcast app. And on that vein, if you're an Android person, a smart person that knows computers, go to the Stitcher app. And you can I don't exactly know how that works over there, but I know that I can't do Android because I'm not smart enough. So there you go.
Gilberto, welcome to the program. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good.
I didn't forget about you over there.
No, that's okay. I appreciate it, and I'm excited. We do have a great show today.
Yes, and we have a show suggested by a user. Just like Don was talking about, we're doing a user-suggested show, and that is from user at KristenB128. Again, thank you for the great suggestion once again this week. Thank you for listening to all the shows, sending us your lists, and sending us your feedback. We love having you as a listener and a fan. Thank you very much for all you do for us. And please share the show. Everybody share the show. That'll be our Christmas gift. You give us a Christmas gift sharing the show. How about that?
That's right.
All right.
If you tell two friends and they tell two friends, then you know what happens.
Yeah.
And then they tell two friends in the morning.
I like getting Ron Popeil mentions on the show. Thank you.
All right. We're going to start this off by whose cell phone is closest to them at this very moment.
Oh, man.
And that would be Lilo. It's in his hand right this second. It's in his hand right this second. So
Man,
Lilo,
that's nothing new.
why don't you start this off for us?
Okay.
Actually, we don't even know what we're ranking, do we? We're sitting here talking about cereals. Breakfast cereals. Breakfast of champions. We're ranking cereals today.
Oh, yes, cereals. I will say, just to kick the whole thing off, that cereals do not hold me for anything. Like, I can eat a bowl of cereal in the morning and be hungry like 45 minutes later.
Right.
It's terrible. And then I snack, and then I feel guilty, and then I eat more, and then I feel guilty. It's a vicious cycle.
Some people would call those empty carbs.
I would agree with that.
I think it's proportionate to the amount of milk you put in the cereal, too.
Yeah.
If you put a lot of milk in there, it might hold you over a little bit more.
Maybe. I like to pair my cereal with bacon. Okay, my number 5.
I might have puked.
Time out. We need to expound. We need to expound on that because how does that work exactly? You, like Bacos, like you sprinkle it on top, or
no, it's a side plate. I usually go with the cereal bowl, and then I heat up a couple slices of bacon in the microwave, minute 30.
It sounds amazing. Amazing.
That, my friends, is the true breakfast of champions.
That is weird. That's what that is.
I don't even need OJ. Bacon and cereal.
Bacon and cereal. Man, if you knew my breakfast growing up as a kid. Okay. My number 5, cereal. It's a classic. It's a standby. Adults love it. Kids love it too. It's Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't know what it was that drew me to it. I think it's the fact that you can buy boxes that are about the size of a small child.
You can buy the giant boxes.
Yeah, you really can. And
Honeybee.
At like Target, no less. You don't even have to go to like the big box stores like Costco or Sam's Club. You can just buy them at Target. Yeah, my kids love them. They bring them in little snack cups when we're not shoving goldfish in there, and I could probably eat like 2 or 3 bowls of that along with more bacon. So there you go.
One day when we rank mascots, I don't know what the Honey Nut Cheerios bee is called, but I think he might be a dark horse for being in somebody's top 5. Anyway.
His voice has changed recently, though.
It has changed.
And it's weird. I don't like it. I like the old honeybee voice better.
Oh, no.
He also broke the 4th wall recently. He called himself out on being animated in a
He
commercial.
did, yeah.
That was weird.
It's like the Geico Gecko not being real. Don't tell me it's not real.
The voice changed. It was not cool.
All right. First of all, I have to include my worst list really quick, just because. First of all, one time I thought it was a great idea to buy chocolate honeycomb. That was not a good idea.
What?
I've never even
horrible
heard of
idea.
chocolate honeycomb.
It
I
was
didn't
the
hear
worst.
about that
I threw it
either.
away.
That should not have been a thing.
And you guys know how much I love sugar, and I threw it away. Usually, I'm addicted to sugar, and I just eat whatever sugar. Anyway, I threw it away. I had to. Cookie Crisp is an abomination of cookies and cereal. It's the worst part of cookies and the worst part of cereal. You put it together, and it's not good. It's not good. All right, so Cookie Crisp, no. If you just want cookies for breakfast, just make some cookies, all right?
Right.
Yes, you were right, Roberto.
Well done, Kev Well done.
In the mini size cereals, the worst I've ever had is Fruity Pebbles. I don't know why I don't like Fruity Pebbles. If that offends anybody, I apologize. But the worst, and just imagine corn nuts in milk. All right, it's Honey Smacks, and they're gross.
Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks
Honey
or
Smacks?
I remember.
They used to be called Sugar Smacks.
Yeah, Sugar Smacks or Honey Smacks, and
They cleaned
No.
up their image.
Yeah.
Can't call them Sugar Smacks anymore.
that's
It's the guy with the frog, right? The frog guy.
Yeah.
Like the
Okay.
advertising
Oh, that's right,
nowadays
that's
is like you'll get 100% calcium in every serving, but like 45 grams of sugar. Like I like how that sells to the people. Like your calcium 100%, but how much is that? We don't even know what that is. But you just put that on the box. Makes the soccer moms feel better about themselves, so they go for that wonderful sugar cereal. And that leads me into my number 5, which is, without the frosting, it would be considered a healthy cereal for you and an adult cereal. This is probably the most adult cereal on my list, and that would be Frosted Mini Wheats, and specifically the blueberry mini Frosted Mini Wheats. And it was so good, and I like the Frosted Mini Wheats no matter what. Anyway, my mom actually used to buy those for us. Because if she bought us, other certain cereal would be gone in one day, whatever. With 4 kids in the house. But Frosted Mini Wheats, the kids would just not attack it like we would, Golden Grahams or an Applejack. So yes, I like the Frosted Mini Wheats, and they have many variations now. And if I do eat cereal with my soy milk, I will go Frosted Mini Wheats. If I don't do one of the top 4 cereals on my list, there you go.
Awesome.
Great. So, what?
I feel like you just got here.
That was an excellent segue.
Thank you.
Oh wait, it's my turn.
Hey, awesome.
No, I've been here. I'm just paying attention. I didn't know if he was going to continue to rant on as usual.
What you don't even know what they said, do you?
No, I know.
What were their 5s?
Cheerios.
No.
No.
No. Honey Nut Cheerios. Stop. I'm paying attention. You leave me alone. And this guy talked about like 10 different cereals. And
Yeah, you don't even know.
He wasn't paying attention.
I was
You
still
don't even
paying
know.
attention.
Great.
He hates.
You know what I hate though? That's
He
important.
hates Cookie Crisp.
That's right.
Abomination to cereal.
It
See?
is.
See, I'm
And
paying,
cookies, by the way, not just cereal.
Not just
and
cereal.
cookies.
there you go. See, I'm paying attention. I'm sorry.
You know what would be good, but really quick, Roberto, I'm sorry.
Great.
What if Oreo came up with their own cereal?
They do have Oreo cereal.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of the loop.
I've never had it, but it is a thing.
See,
There
I don't
is
really
Oreo
go
cereal.
down the cereal aisle too much now these days, but
All right,
whatever.
Roberto, you're number 5.
I don't go to the store. The significant other does that.
All right, so this was
Sure.
actually a benefit to me. It was rewarding. It felt rewarding, growing up in Southern California, getting those hot free lunches, which included the breakfast at school, the little mini cereals, and then this is where I
You
started.
got mini cereals in your free breakfast?
Yes, but they were many, like many. So, Raisin Bran. I know it's weird, But I did enjoy the wheat bran flakes with raisins with.
It
some
does
sugar
actually
onto
have
it.
a lot of sugar because the raisin is coated in
Yes,
sugar.
I
Yep.
know.
And the bran is sweet, a little sweeter than normal.
But-
like if you just had cornflakes.
But you see, for pastries or obviously cereal is in the pastry, but anything that goes with milk, it's very sweet in my culture. So I was used to eating
Drinks.
a lot of.
What do you feed the cows in your culture?
Listen to me. So we drink, we eat a lot of sugar. That's why you have the, chunky lady who cooks really well that sells the tamales and, So, it didn't have enough sugar on it.
This is why Latinos are the highest risk of diabetes.
Exactly. Thank you, Craig.
You guys
Thank
zoomed
you.
past the Americans here in the
We
last
do.
7 years.
Thank you.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's why, we eat a lot of
You
sugar.
guys do sell corn with mayonnaise on it on the street corners.
It's very good, isn't it?
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing that out.
So this was the least sweetest, one of the least sweetest cereals that we had and that I actually enjoyed. So Raisin Bran is my number 5.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
That's a solid one. That's a solid number 5.
Thank you.
Were you making a Frosted Flakes jokes and we just didn't get it?
Great.
Right? No, actually, yes, I was.
Nice. I thought so.
Coming correct on.
Yeah.
Thought so.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Craig.
All right. My number 5. We weren't allowed to have sugary cereals when I was a kid. My mom wouldn't let us buy them. It just wasn't allowed. And so I think I snuck a box of this in one time. And I didn't have it after that for a long time until maybe college in dorms when they just had free reign on the dispensers of cereal in the dorms and the mess hall where you could eat.
Yeah, we had those in the Army. You dispense.
Yeah,
if
it was
we
like-
took more than one, and the drill sergeant, it would be all over. It would be all over.
See, these you could take as much as you want. You paid about $1 billion to eat there anyway.
Right, so you might as well just get
I'm
all
eating
the
my
cereal.
fill. I am eating my fill of cereal at 3 a.m. And that was Apple Jacks.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I like Apple Jacks. I can't eat the whole box anymore. I couldn't. If I bought a box, it would go to waste because I couldn't eat it. It's too sweet nowadays.
Okay, so you see what happens is my whole plan, and this I'm a weirdo, so whatever. I would have dry cereal. I would have 2 cups. I would have dry cereal in 1 cup and milk in another cup, and then I would just take some dry cereal in my mouth, take a swig of milk, and the best thing to do that with is Apple Jacks. And I'm a weirdo that eats cereal that way. Yes, but you know what? No spoon and no mess.
Also, I've had Apple Jack.
Wow.
Like Rice Krispie treats.
Weird.
Apple Jack like Rice Krispie treat type.
Oh,
things.
yeah, I've had those, the prepackaged ones, right?
Yeah, and they're delicious.
Those are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Do they sell those at Big City Burrito? It's like something like that.
I don't know.
Anyway, Gilberto, you get crunchy cereal and cold milk in every bite. I don't see.
It
I
just
feel
seems
like
like
this
a
is
lot of work.
ingenious.
It does seem like a lot of
Right?
work.
Yeah, if you combined them, you wouldn't have to use both hands. You just use a spoon.
Like, do you hold the cereal in your mouth and then you pour it? Like,
Are you always on the go?
That is what I do.
Yeah,
That is what I do.
Like, are you never at a table at breakfast?
No, I don't really. No.
Wow.
Do
Double
you own
fisting.
spoons? Do you own spoons?
I do own spoons.
Okay.
Right on.
Although my significant other takes utensils and things to work, and then she lies about leaving them there, and they get thrown away.
Oh.
And then I'm like, how come we only have 3 forks left, Rachel? What happened to all the forks? I have no idea.
You can't have people
I have
over
no.
anymore.
She will
can't have friends
Yeah, we
now.
can only have one person over because we only had 3 forks. And I had these sauce bowls. They go perfect for like to go sushi, and you put some soy sauce. And I used to have 5 of them, and now I have 2.
Oh, gosh.
And Rachel will not admit that she took them to work and lost them. And every time we get in a fight, I'm just like, just tell me what happened to the sauce bowls. Just tell me what happened to the sauce bowls. Because I know she took them to work, and I know they got thrown away. All right. And she won't admit it, but I know what happened. I know it to be true. Just like the JFK assassination, we all know what happened.
Wow.
We just don't talk about it.
Man, that escalated
That was
quickly.
a joke. That
So
was a
back to
joke.
my Apple
That was
Jacks.
a joke.
Right. So Apple Jacks, Craig.
That was a joke.
Yeah. All right. Number 5, Lilo. Or no, you're number 4.
Number 4.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
All right. Well, we're really rocking today, guys. Okay, number 4 for me. Number 4, I don't even know how I came across this cereal because growing up, my sugary cereals were also kind of not allowed in my house, primarily because both my parents were diabetic. So having sugary cereals was just never a good situation. But somehow, some way, this cereal made its way into our house, and that is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, girl.
Oh, girl. That is girl with a U.
My 2-cup method is hard to do with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, by the way. But
Well, yeah, especially if you're at the bottom of the box and you get all the cinnamon sugar.
yeah, because it's like doing the cinnamon challenge. Your mouth gets so dry, you can't like get the milk in there fast enough, and then you get like a kind of a choking
And then
sensation.
you choke to death.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
It's a science.
It's the cinnamon challenge, really, is what it is at the bottom of the box.
it is. It totally is. Just with sugar. But yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I love it. So it's even good when the milk has been, or when the cereal's been sitting inside the milk for like
See, that's the thing.
15, 20 minutes and it's all soggy. But it's like a good soggy because it's all covered in cinnamon and it's got just a little hint of crunch at the end. And yeah, it's good times. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What's the best milk after you're done with the cereal to drink?
I'm going to talk about that, and it's in my top
Oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well, there we go.
Hey, you're jumping the gun here.
Hang on.
All right, fine. Jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go.
Is
That's
it
all.
my turn
Cinnamon
now?
Toast Crunch. Yep.
All right.
All right, my number 4 is also Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
All right.
Hey, all right.
I love cinnamon. That's why I kind of blew up Lilo's spot because we're going to talk about him even more. So feel
Nice.
free to add any more comments about Cinnamon Toast Crunch that you want, Lilo.
Okay.
But so Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best, except for it was the one that you would always get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. Because if you just go in there with your hand when you're a kid, you're caught, man. Your mom, what are you doing in there? Nothing.
Right.
You're like wiping your hands off. Why are you washing your hand? I don't know.
Why is there cinnamon all over your shirt? I don't know,
You
Mom.
smell like cinnamon. I don't know. That was my cologne, Mom.
I was baking.
I'm 9 years old.
I'm
That was my
9 years old.
But, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I would say it's a top 2 or top 3 milk after you're done eating the cinnamon, and you can't do it in my preferred 2-cup method. Although I didn't perfect that until I was a teenager, because I would be doing it on the way to school.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch number 4. It's a solid cereal, and not one that I can have too much of these days because, yeah, we'll be the insulin dose will go up.
It's sugary.
a lot.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty sugary.
Yeah.
I think it's like hardened sugar covered in sugar with cinnamon.
I mean, really,
Basically.
all these cereals are kind of that way. Who thought that sugar in the morning would be a good idea, really?
No
Most
kidding.
important meal
Cornerstone
of the
of
day.
breakfast, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
have a donut. Let's have a croissant with jelly on it. Let's have
Yeah.
a bagel with cream cheese and jelly.
Probably the same guys that wanted to sell 7-Up to babies back in the day.
It's the same guys that perpetrated the holiday of Halloween onto us. Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, actually, I do have Cinnamon Toast Crunch on my list
Yes,
as well,
we
but
are
not
one-
right now.
We're 2 away from a social. Kid. We have never had a social.
We haven't.
We have never had a social.
Is that where we get the
All
same
4
thing
in a row. Yes.
at the same
Yes.
the same number?
Okay.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Berto.
know. That'll be tough.
With Berto,
That's
that
true.
really throws a wrench.
He's a
into
wild
it.
card.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm thinking if we could all agree on one number 1, that would be probably the pinnacle of the
That'd be the
show. and
pinnacle.
We would have to stop immediately.
Yeah,
We'd have to do mic drops
Never
like
do
every
it.
single one of us.
that would be the end of the show.
Right.
Thanks for coming. We're done.
Even 2 in a row. Even 2 in a row is pretty
That
rare.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Podcast finale.
You're number 4, Kev Berto.
So, this still is talking about my memories at, the low-income Southern California schools, the hot free lunches.
And a crime.
Snap, Crackle, Pop.
Yeah.
Rice
Ah.
Krispies. So, these
It's a
have,
good one.
Yep, so no sugar, right?
Of course not.
But, you know what?
You have to add sugar to that.
Right.
Yeah, you
Sugar
do.
added.
That was part of the fun.
It actually was because you know what? These are the memories of growing up in Southern California, learning how to hustle. That's I listen to. I'm serious.
Yo, you got some sugar, bro?
Right.
I'm serious.
Look, I got Rice
So
Krispies,
this-
bro.
this
Lunch
is
lady.
where we
Come on,
actually-
lunch lady.
We traded not with the lunch lady, but with our
Traded cigarettes for sugar.
We traded
Right.
our apples for an extra packet of sugar.
Oh my god.
I am dead serious. Either it was the apple or You know, but sometimes it was a little coffee cake that they used to give us.
I need
And
a
so-
poster of Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
That is
You went to
awesome.
school in a prison.
Yeah, no
Pretty much.
kidding.
It had fences all around it, and it
Was the uniform an orange jumpsuit?
No, we didn't have uniforms back then. But it was turning. Eventually, they did get uniforms because they started wearing the Solo jeans and
Okay.
the big baggy, and then
Right.
Cortezes and stuff
Jinko-
like that. So
Jinko pants?
No, Jinkos didn't exist over there.
Really?
Yeah,
Jinkos
Yeah.
didn't make it to
was-
California?
No,
That
it was-
doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It
It,
was
seems
so-
like it would start there.
Because,
Isn't the insane
they
clown
were-
posse
those were-
from there?
Those were skater pants mostly.
Oh,
But I would
over there.
have. Was it like
Surfer
Tony
dudes,
Hawk
or-
from California?
They didn't skate. In
he wore Dickies, and those were out there too.
Oh,
So I don't know.
All
It was
right.
Southern California, the Latin America or Hispanics.
yeah. Okay.
But Rice Krispies, they bring me those memories, and if I haven't had cereal in a while, but I could go for a bowl of Rice Krispies myself
Nice.
today.
it's like elementary school, blood in, blood out over there.
That's right.
If I didn't have to wear khakis to high school, I would have worn Jinkos probably.
I don't know if I would have. I don't think I could have
probably
rocked
would've.
Jinkos.
I never got into the Jenkos. I liked my jeans, and then
I probably would have, but we
Cargo
had
shorts.
a very restrictive dress code that we
Yeah.
couldn't.
To say the least.
Yes.
Restrictive.
All right, my number 4 is it's corn pops. I like corn pops.
Ooh.
Corn pops were good.
That is a good one.
They are like big puffed corn, and I don't know if you can get them anymore. I don't know if I've seen them anymore.
I don't
If they
know
I
exist.
either.
don't know.
Corn puffs.
Corn pops.
Or pops. That's right. Corn pops.
They were pretty much the closest thing to a sugar cereal I would get as a kid. I would beg to get corn pops because they had a little sweetness to them, and the milk in the bowl would be a little bit sweet.
Nice.
And you don't get that with Cheerios, regular Cheerios.
No, you don't get that with Honey Nut Cheerios either.
No. Corn pops.
Let's face it.
I like saying it too. It's fun. Say corn pops.
Corn pops.
Corn pops. Yeah. Corn pops. My number 4.
Nice.
corn
If you're Filipino, corn
Pops.
pops translates into corn puffs because of the way that we say the P's and the F's.
Oh, really?
Corn pups.
Corn pups. All right.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
no-
what was that
that's the
one
corn
word?
pops.
What was that word of your top 5 words? It was
Bulugbog.
Bulugbug.
Yes.
You knew it exactly. We were talking about
exactly
that
what
the
you were
other
going
day.
for.
We're like bulugbug.
We have
Bulugbug.
to incorporate that every show somehow.
Might have to.
Yeah.
This is for your bulugbog pleasure.
What? Where does corn grow? What?
Out of your
Roberto knows.
Yeah.
For those of you that have missed the previous episode, bulugbog means ear.
Go listen to the favorite words,
Favorite words.
episode on rank'emup.podbean.com.
Or
Thank
on
you.
iTunes.
Palindrome.
Yes. All right, Lilo, you're number
Malignant.
3. Lead us
Number
off.
3. All right, I'm going to transition pretty heavily into growed up cereals. here.
man.
I know.
Oh, man.
Womp, womp.
Sorry. But my top 2 are. No, never mind. I can't even say that. So, yeah, okay. Number 3 is it is definitely a growed up cereal. Like, I honestly, had I told my 15-year-old self, hey, listen, when you get
It's
older.
not grape nuts, is it? It's not grape
No,
nuts.
it's not grape
No,
nuts.
that was
I don't think anyone likes
Come
grape
on,
nuts.
nobody likes grape
No
nuts.
one legitimately likes grape nuts.
Ugh.
What?
If I said to my 15-year-old self, "Hey, look, you're gonna like this cereal when you're 30, when you're 34," I would have laughed and like, "Yeah, you crazy old man." My number 3 cereal is Kashi Go Lean Blueberry Crunch.
That's a grown-up cereal.
It's
like
a
on the
super-
top shelf
It is.
because kids don't even want to see it.
Yeah.
Right. It is, and it like the box is so sterile. It's like white, and there's like purple trim on it, and
It's like
yeah.
half a box of regular cereal, too. It's
It is.
the grown-up cereals, why are they so small?
I know,
That's true.
but they're the same price.
I know.
Jeez, jerks.
And they don't come with a toy.
Even kid cereals don't come with a toy now. So
What?
yeah, it's
Really?
it's very limited in the toy selection.
Ugh.
So yeah, I don't know. Kashi Go Lean Crunch. I like it because it's crunchy and there's little. The worst part about it though is the dehydrated fruits. So they have little like dehydrated blueberries or something in there, and they are really really chewy. So if anyone who works for Kashi is listening to this, could you do something about the dehydrated fruit, make them a little less dehydrated? That'd be fantastic.
Maybe they can talk to the dehydration expert Ron Popeil.
They
My
might
number-
be able to.
My number 3. It's my favorite cereal, except for it might be too sugary. It might be too sugary, but I love it. It's great. They're very great, as Caberto's joke was earlier, and that would be Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes. It basically saved me from going crazy in basic training because like I just said, we get one pull from the thing. So even if you don't get any cereal, somehow the machine malfunctions, you get one pull.
You get one shot.
Exactly.
It's like the skill crane.
So after the first couple times, everybody learned to like shake the thing a little bit just so you would get maximum cereal coming out of your. And by the way, after the 4th week, we didn't even get milk with our cereal, so we would put water on it.
Oh,
and basically,
man.
Gross.
Exactly.
Wow.
You
Exactly.
can't do. I've tried to do water before. and
There's
it's-
I've never even attempted.
Me either. What is that like?
It's terrible. Is what it is.
It
Hey,
sounds
man.
like one of the gates of hell.
When you're in basic training and the lunch lady starts looking good.
Sorry, man, but
When you're in basic training and the lunch lady starts looking good, water on your cereal is the least of your worries. All right?
oh my gosh.
The chicks from Fort Knox, Kentucky, that got jobs on the post. So Frosted
man.
Flakes, it brings back good and bad memories. And just a kid, and man, the milk with Frosted Flakes. Good night. It's one of my favorites. So there you go, Frosted Flakes, number 3.
Awesome. Great. So this is where, I don't like milk. But the fact that this cereal made the milk actually taste good was a valid reason for my brother and I to beg my mom to buy us the cereal, which was very rare when she did. To me, this cereal was chocolatier than the Cocoa Puffs. And I am talking about Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That was so good.
It's basically chocolate milk after you're done.
It is.
much.
It totally is.
Yes. So, Cocoa Pebbles are my number 3.
Awesome.
There's no debate there.
Hey,
Yeah,
good.
no, that's.
Thank you.
I'm
yeah.
good with that.
I can dig it.
My number 3 is it's kind of a bridge between a kid cereal and an adult cereal. I didn't know it as a child, but my kid likes it, and so I assume that I probably would have as a kid too. I like it now as an adult, and I think it's my wife's favorite cereal actually. Maybe not the specific kind, but it's Cinnamon Life. I like Cinnamon
I
Life.
love cinnamon. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I was going to suggest for you guys that didn't get sugar cereals because Cinnamon Life, man, it's pretty good.
It's good.
Cinnamon Life is good.
Pretty good.
It is
Yeah.
good.
I like the shape and the texture of the actual cereal itself because it's like a boat for the milk. It soaks up the milk very well, and you bite into it, and it's just like a little splash of milk
That's true.
in each little bite.
That is
You
true.
got to eat Life fast though.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
You got to eat.
it
you
has a
gotta-
quick sogginess factor.
Yes.
The SF
Life-
for it.
in the 2-cup cereal method. Life is really good.
You're right.
It
It is.
would work really well in your
It would.
method.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because then you never have that soggy
Exactly.
factor.
It's all
Yeah.
and it's not like a hard cereal like grape nuts or
Where you need it
crackling-
to soften a little
like
bit.
crackling
Right.
oat bran. Crackling oat bran is not good in a 2-cup method. You need that to be
It's
a
cracking
little water.
It's cracking teeth brand is what it is.
Exactly.
Right.
Water. You need that to be a little milk
Yeah.
waterlogged.
Cinnamon Life is also good mixed with my number 2, which was my wife's idea. And we'll get to what that is coming up in a little bit.
Nice.
I like it that way too.
You mix cereals?
You mix cereals. Have you
Yep.
ever done that?
What?
It adds a
Yeah.
I thought you just blew his mind.
Yes.
There's a whole,
whole it adds a whole new dimension.
yes, it is a whole new realm of
Next
possibilities.
time I come over to your house, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Regina.
Yeah, she came up with this. And when we get to my number 2, it'll blow your mind.
Dang man.
Blow
All right.
your mind. Yeah, so speaking of mixed cereals,
What?
anytime you get to the
You gotta
bottom
live
of
outside the box.
This is
That's
a
true. That's what
phenomenon.
they
It's so
want.
true.
That was funny.
They
Trey.
want you to be in the box.
That was good. That was really good.
It's the
Well
government.
played, sir. Well played. It's all the FDA, man.
Yes.
No, dude, if you get to like the bottom of the box and there's not enough for a full bowl of cereal, you got to fill it up somehow. And like, I don't want to just have a bowl full of milk with a couple little bits of cereal floating around in it.
Did you guys ever have that separate container? Did you guys ever use that, plastic container?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I used to get the mixed cereals.
Oh.
Sometimes it was bad.
Yeah, sometimes the combinations don't turn out quite right. But sometimes they're magical.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
It's
say.
like doing a suicide soda, you know? Like you go
Right.
run too far and then it's
Yeah, then it's too much.
Exactly.
When it turns brown,
Yeah.
you know it's gone too far.
Right. When you started with a clear soda, and suddenly.
I find that you can't put Dr. Pepper because it has 23 flavors on top of all the other flavors. in the
24 is too
suicide.
many. 24.
By the way, do you know what they just brought back? And this is way off topic. They brought back Surge
Yeah,
Cola.
Surge-
No way.
Yes,
Surge was
it's in a
the-
Slurpee form at 7-Eleven now. So,
man.
Surge was awesome.
Surge was awesome.
man, that's pure sugar.
Yeah. Liquid
Sorry,
sugar.
go ahead.
All right, no worries. Number 2, continuing with the growed up cereal list aspect or portion. Now, my number 2 is Honey Bunches of Oats with
love that.
almonds. I know, right?
So good, yeah.
But it has to be with the almonds because the almonds adds an additional layer of texture and crunch. It just brings a whole new depth to the cereal.
I don't know how they get the almonds that thin.
I don't either.
a good point.
There has to be like a samurai on duty. Or
I
something.
think so.
Slap chop.
Slap
Slap
chop.
chop.
Yeah, that guy is working in the back, just
That's-
doing small little palmfuls of almonds. No, I love Honey Bunches of Oats. I don't know what it is about it, but that one does have a very small sog factor. Like that'll go quick if you don't shovel that whole thing in your mouth. All the flakes are ruined.
It does because they're not sugar coated like
Right.
Frosted Flakes where they can float in the water for a while before the sugar wears off.
Right, it has direct contact with the liquid,
Yeah.
so it's science.
Surface area. I don't know.
Yeah.
Microbiologist Craig would have more insight on that.
True story.
And by the way, I forgot to say everything on my list is if you get the generic kind, it's equally to negligible, just as good, and that's why they made the top 5. And I'll go over my honorable mentions here in a minute. But pretty much everything on my top 5, generic or name brand, will do well.
Nice.
And, anyway, so number 2 for me, and the reason it's number 2 and not number 1 is because it's a subset of it's a variety of the of the Master cereal.
It's a baby or what?
Master
It's a baby?
cereal?
It's the master race.
Yeah, it's a PC.
I was trying to come up with a better word. That's why I stumbled like 4 times. All I could think of was like master cylinder and slave cylinder, which is a thing in the car.
This cereal is better than every other cereal.
Every
It's a
other
sub-
cereal.
It's a genre of the main cereal, and the main cereal will be Rice Krispies. But my second favorite, and it works wonderful in the Don Pablo patented 2-cup method, and that's Rice Krispie Treat cereal. Rice
I
Krispie
forgot
Treat
about
cereal,
that.
and it
I didn't know that existed.
yes,
It was so
yes,
good.
Yes.
Really?
it's so good.
It was just
It's
like
so
the
good.
natural evolution of Rice Krispie treats.
It
It just
only-
turn it back into a cereal.
Yeah.
I only have it as much as I have the McRibs at McDonald's.
How did the FDA pass that? Sounds bad.
Because they thought it was delicious
Yeah.
too.
It's so good. And then you get to the bottom, it's like Rice Krispie treats, but with marshmallow on it. So, and I love marshmallow, and yes, Rice Krispie treat cereal number 2. There you go, Roberto.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, this is where I discovered what cinnamon tasted like. Obviously, by trying this cereal. I have this cereal at my home right now.
Wait, you didn't know cinnamon before the cereal?
No. I was
Really?
I was in first grade, and
Huh.
it took this is where I first tasted it with these hot free lunches. This is where I discovered Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It took so much. It was so much sugar. My brother. I convinced my brother. One time I snuck that cereal. I took it home and I had him try it with me.
Contraband.
Yes, it was contraband. Yes, it was. Well, it took forever for my brother and I to convince my mom to buy us, this cereal. And it was also very rare when she bought it for us. But when she did, it went so fast. Maybe
Awesome.
2 days it lasted, tops.
Yep.
That's a good, cinnamon toast. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
You really can't go wrong.
3 of us have had it, I think. Haven't on your list? Didn't Lilo? Do you have that on your list?
I did.
All right.
Yep.
3 of us. We'll see if we can make it 4 here.
Great.
My number 2, and this goes well mixed with Cinnamon Life. It's Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah, really?
It is.
Oh, it goes with cinnamon life.
It makes it Delicious.
Oh.
And I know they make a cinnamon honey bunches of oats, but it's not good. The cinnamon
You do
life
regular.
mixed with the honey bunches of oats, it's very good.
Huh.
And the honey bunches of oats, the reason I like that is the little, I guess they would be the bunches, the little
Yeah.
clusters.
Yeah.
I like biting into those. Those are good.
That's where you get all the sugars
I
from.
know.
It just releases all the sugars.
I wish they had more of those. I would buy a cereal that was just the bunches.
Oh, they used to have something
Like
called
Oops-
Just Bunches.
Oops All
Really?
Berries.
I could have sworn they had
Ugh.
like Just Bunches or
Yeah,
something
like when
that.
they started selling just the crunch berries and cinnamon or
You could buy
Captain
granola
Crunch.
Yeah.
and just eat granola. Whatever.
Whatever.
Never mind. No, whatever.
Oh,
honey
okay.
bunches of oats, but specifically mixed with my number 2,
Nice.
cinnamon life. It just adds a little kick. But they're both high on the soggy factor,
Yeah.
so you gotta shovel that in quick.
That's true.
Mess. Army
That's my
style.
number 2.
That's a good one.
Lilo,
That's a
any
good one.
honorable mentions and your number 1?
I don't have any honorable mentions really. Cereal and me, we don't hang out as much as it may sound. As much as I make this list out to sound, it doesn't. We don't hang out that often. I'd much rather eat some scrambled eggs and bacon rather than cereal and bacon. But whatever's. So yeah, no honorable mentions for me. But my number 1 was actually mentioned in joking just a few minutes ago, and that is Cracklin' Oat Bran.
Yeah. I love crackling oat bran.
I know, I don't really know what it is about it, because if you took Cracklin' Oat Bran out of its box and just threw it into a bowl, someone would be like, "Why are you feeding me
Yeah.
dog food?"
Yeah.
Because-
and it almost smells like it too. A
Right,
little bit.
like a quick whiff of it, and you're like, "Dude, what is this? This is dog food." And it's like a little rectangular shape, and it's all brown.
Yeah, it's not a circle. It's like rectangle with like a rectangle on the inside. It's
Yeah.
like it's weird.
They're all like O's, like grown up O's.
So good.
Yeah, they are so good, and they don't sog up like at all, really, because they're so packed, dense with I don't even know what's in them.
With bran.
Deliciousness, and
Fiber.
Yeah, they're so
crackling.
good. So good.
So yeah, my number 1, Cracklin' Oat Bran. I will say though that it's like the most expensive
Yeah.
cereal you could buy.
That's
it's
why
like
my
the
mom would
gold.
not buy it for me.
Yeah,
Cereal is expensive anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
We haven't talked about that. Cereal sucks to buy. It's
it
expensive.
does. A number of years ago, when my wife and I were in Hawaii, we went and bought some cereal just for breakfast, like a box of cereal and some milk. I think with those two things, I think we walked out of the store paying $20.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was-
because milk is like $9 by itself a gallon.
Really?
Yeah, because you got to ship that stuff over
They got
water.
no cows there.
Yeah, no cows, but they have wild chickens in Hawaii. Wild chickens.
Wow.
Do they
Yeah.
have horns? I'm kidding.
No, but their talons are ridiculous. They
Really?
pop them out of the forest. It's nuts.
Wow.
Like Pokemon.
Kind of is.
Blaziken.
By the way, I'd like to congratulate Craig for catching them all.
Yes.
He
Yes.
caught all
That
the Pokemon.
That happened, yes. it did.
Congratulations.
And,
Craig.
Yeah,
that's
congratulations.
It's a bucket list item for Craig. I just want
pretty
people to know that. So,
What,
so
how many?
excited for him.
150?
No. That was the first
No,
generation.
no.
Oh, jeez. I'm behind. I'm
Yeah,
behind.
you're 5 generations behind.
Jeez, sorry, guys.
We're
Sorry.
up, we're up to 720.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, 719. You can get there's 720 now, but when the game came out, it was
Oh
7.
man,
You can get the 720th at McDonald's right now
That is-
if you want to.
Wow.
There
you-
you go.
Just- Wow.
me and Craig have been on a mission to collect all of the McDonald's toys.
Yes, they have Pokemon toys at McDonald's right now, and
I swear they're
Oh, really?
collectible.
They do.
They're just as collectible as the Mario Kart ones, and I got all of those. So
Nice.
whatever, don't judge me. It's just funny when I go in there and ask for what toys they have. Whatever. But you can buy them. I mean, people.
Yeah, it's
McDonald's
true.
people don't think it's
I
that
would
crazy.
like to walk into McDonald's and film you while you do this, please.
I would rather you do it since you look like a little kid. So it'll be like, oh, you want a toy, you little boy? Okay. when I go in there, they're like, you want what?
What do you
What?
want?
Exactly my point. Okay.
the kids in my basement need some toys.
Thanks. But before I get to my honorable mentions, are we done now?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to one of these like coffee cereal or cereal bar, like cereal bar restaurants kind of thing?
What?
Oh, no, I've wanted
No.
to.
There's one downtown Denver.
They
I
exist?
forget- they have them all over the place. But
But,
there was actually a food truck that in the morning it sells cereal, and then while it's preparing the food for the day, and then they come back and have your specialized food truck. But they do cereal in the morning for people walking by, and they give them,
I guess if there's oxygen bars, there's bars for
Yeah.
anything.
So I want to know how much. I think it's
story.
I think it's $5 for a bowl of cereal, and you get like 6 ounces or 8 ounces or something.
What?
It's not. I mean, yeah, whatever. So
That's like buying a box of cereal.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. So they make their money. It's not quite the markup of a Budweiser or
Or coffee.
or a coffee, but pretty good markup. Anyway, yeah. By the way, I would try one of those just to try it because it's cool. So honorable mentions. Some of that have already been mentioned: Apple Jacks, Crackling Oat Bran, Raisin Bran, and Honey Nut Cheerios. Ones that have not been mentioned yet that might be somebody's number one. Fruit Loops, Lucky Charms. Actually, Honey O's will not be somebody's number one. But Honey O's, in the same vein of Crackling Oat Bran, they're really expensive and they're a little bit good for you, but they're really delicious. And that's more of an adult thing. And I said Lucky Charms, so Lucky Charms, man. Which when you were kids, and they would always, for some reason, they would always have like the 6th marshmallow. Like the purple horseshoe or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a big deal when I was a
bonus
kid. Yeah, exactly.
marshmallow.
Mom, there's a new marshmallow. We have to buy this. That's how it has to be.
The pot of gold marshmallow. We have to get the pot of gold
Red
marshmallow.
and yellow. Why are we buying this right now?
I gotta eat them all. Gotta eat them all, Mom.
Exactly. Mom, who doesn't like marshmallows with their cereal? Anyway, number one, just because it's so versatile, it works in my 2-cup method. It's great for that. You can buy the generic kind of this, and it'll still be good to above average to great. And there's many variations of it, and that would be Captain Crunch. And I love Captain Crunch. Regular Captain Crunch with no crunch berries. Captain Crunch with crunch berries. Oops, all berries. Those are pretty good. And then the peanut butter I'm not so keen on, but I have tried it in the past. And if I was on a desert island and I had to choose between, like, I don't know, Cookie Crisp and, peanut butter Captain Crunch, I'm going peanut butter Captain Crunch.
The roof of my mouth does not like Captain Crunch.
Exactly.
Yes, it's so true. It
It
rips
destroys it.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some reason, the hard palate just does not agree with the
I love
hardness
Captain
of
Crunch,
Captain
man.
Crunch.
Also, I feel like with your 2-cup method, you should really like Cookie Crisp.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
like
Cookie
I mean,
Crisp.
it's milk and cookies at that point.
Right.
You're right, but it's not good cookies though. It's not. The cookie has to be a little chewy. All right? Even Oreo has cream in the middle that breaks up the hardness of the shortbread cookie on the outside. All right.
That's true. You're basically chewing into dust when you do the cookies, the Cookie
Yeah.
Crisp cereal.
I can't. It makes your mouth way too dry if you did it with Cookie Crisp. I believe. Although I've never done it because I refuse to buy Cookie Crisp.
So, dear listeners, if you're out there and want to try the 2-cup method, let us
Do it, man.
know
So
in the
just
comments.
get 2 cups. I have a water cup here. It's about 6 inches tall. It goes from narrower on the bottom to about 3 to 4 inches across on the top.
That's
it's
what a cup
perfect
is,
method
yeah.
because you can and you want to get plastic ones so you can kind of squeeze it a little bit so it makes
so he's got the funnel.
so it makes it exiting a cup a little bit easier because when you have a mouthful of cereal you don't want to have like a glass cup. Because you want like a smaller opening, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sippy cup might be the best, but you don't get a lot of milk
Like,
out of
what
that.
if you're driving, right?
Exactly. You want to be able to.
You need like a football water bottle that
Exactly.
squeeze.
Yes,
comes
it's
in.
so
Yeah.
true.
That's actually a great idea. But I never thought of that that far. But you got 2 cup holders, right? You got 1 cereal cup holder. Then you go for your milk cup holder. You do the milk, and then it's a great way to eat cereal while you're driving and
So
texting
fantastic.
and
And
doing your
texting.
makeup and whatever else you
And
do in the car,
texting
drinking coffee.
And high.
Whatever. And
Right.
I don't do
'Cause
that
we're in
stuff.
Colorado.
Smokers are
Yes.
jokers. Anyway, so Captain Crunch, number 1. And there you go. That concludes my cereal list. Thank you.
This has been one of my favorite shows.
So glad.
Would you say it's been great?
It has been great. Oh man! So honorable mentions: my grown up cereal. I
Bet they're all
love.
grown up.
I love Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
It's so good. My honorable mentions for sugary is Lucky Charms. Those I think my mom only bought it for us 3 times.
It's interesting that Lucky Charms can't break the top 5, although everybody has it. as
It was
an
too much
honorable
sugar.
mention.
It was too much
Yeah.
sugar. And
The marshmallows will get hard and stale if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And then they're not so good anymore.
Sorry, go ahead.
And then, I grew up with these are the cereal that were always on our shelves and in those combination, containers. It was, having been in a big family, numerous family, I mean, we were always, receiving some WIC help. So, we had cornflakes, just Kellogg's cornflakes, Cheerios, not Honey Nut. Just the regular Cheerios. And
You got to steal a sugar packet for those, too.
yes,
you
we
do.
did,
Yeah, you
actually. And trade it.
Hustle game
And-
is strong.
And
Dude, can I tell you a quick story really quick about sugar packets? So so I'm a delivery driver at Jason's Deli, and in the mornings, we do our coffee. Everybody loves coffee in the morning, and we give them coffee setups. So coffee setup is obviously 3 kinds of sugar. One, and by the way, they don't even call it like Splenda and Equal anymore. It's pink, yellow, and white is regular sugar, and then brown is like raw sugar. Anyway. So I go to, so when we forget those, first of all, I usually end up buying some creamer at 7-Eleven, and then I stuff my pockets with as much sugar and yellow and pink and natural and then stir sticks as I can.
Thank you,
And if they
7-Eleven.
catch me, then they say, "Hey man, I just want some coffee," and But I always buy something, but those are free anyway. So why do you have to buy coffee to have that?
Right.
I do steal from 7-Eleven sugar packets.
I feel like you and Berto would have gotten along as a kid.
yes,
Yeah,
we
man,
had,
no
actually.
kidding. We'd be
Could
like
have
big
hustled to school.
right on campus in 6th grade with a
You guys are your own like cereal mafia.
I got some Splenda for you. How about that?
Have you seen
Splenda?
Don? He's got the sugar packets.
You give me half. You give me half of that bagel for 2 packets of sugar and a Splenda, and we'll be good. We'll be straight. Tell you what, man.
See you next week. Oh man. So well, and the last honorable mention. I hated this, and I still hate this cereal because we ate it so much, so much. Kix cereal.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Kix is
my
not the best.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, how I want to punch Kix in the
Is that
face.
that commercial where they're like,
Wow.
Man,
I'm
such
sorry.
hate.
is that the commercial where they're like, Mikey will eat anything and have him try
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yep.
So if you're just pushing off your friends on trying it, then why would people buy that?
Exactly.
No.
It was
Mikey-
very bland.
It was.
It was super bland.
But
Still
it
is.
was one of the sweetest cereals we constantly had.
I'm gonna talk to Elvira about this the next time I see her.
Elvia. That's
Elvia.
my mom.
Elvira.
Yes.
Elvia.
So
Oh.
Oh,
you
so
met
close.
her. You slept on her couch one time when you went to
She is
visit
the
us.
best. She is the best.
All right. Anyway, my number one, and this might be weird for all of you.
Elvia.
It was different, a different combination of taste. I didn't need to add sugar. The milk tasted good after. It gave me the feeling of satisfaction that everything was okay in life.
Wow,
it
from a
wasn't
cereal.
Wow!
Wow.
I am serious. I am
Intense cereal,
serious.
right.
I'm serious. And
Took you to a happy place.
it did take me to my happy place, and it
Wow.
didn't take me. It wasn't hard to convince my mom, to buy the cereal for us, because we told her it was just like Kix. And I'm talking about honeycomb.
Regular honeycomb.
Regular
Okay,
honeycomb.
all right, good.
It is like Kix, but with way more sugar.
Yeah.
It's got
Exactly.
taste to it.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah, honeycomb is my number one.
All right. Good. I like that number one.
That's a good one. It's a winner.
I've got a couple of honorable mentions. Lucky Charms and their generic equivalent, Marshmallow Mateys.
Yeah.
I like saying that better than Lucky Charms anyway.
That's true.
Marshmallow Mateys.
Marshmallow mateys.
They're much better. And also, Sucaritas, Frosted Flakes. I ate those a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess I could eat them now if I had to. They'd be okay. They're not my top choice, but they're okay.
Okay.
In a pinch, I'd eat some Frosted Flakes. But like Lilo, I'm not a cold breakfast guy. If I'm going to eat cereal, it's going to be like fourth meal thing.
Yes.
It's going to be at night. I'm hungry from dinner. I ate Chinese food for dinner. It didn't carry me.
Whoa.
Didn't carry me all the way.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm much more hot breakfast kind of guy. So my number one though, if I'm going to choose a cereal for myself, which we hardly buy for myself anymore these days with kids and all, I'm gonna get frosted mini wheats.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I love me some frosted mini wheats, especially when you get those two that are stuck together
Yeah.
by the sugar.
Twofer, man. That's a twofer.
Because you get a lot more sugar in that. And when you bite in that, it's like,
Angels in the background.
The two combined are so good.
Or the other good ones are the frosted mini wheats that have like a full packing of sugar on top, so that you
Yeah.
can't even see like the weave of the
Yeah.
shredded wheats. Yeah.
You know what? And when I do have cereal, I prefer like 2-to-1 milk this cereal. I drown my cereal in
Yep.
milk, and that works best with frosted shredded wheat because you get like biggest spoon you can find, and you get that much more milk with the shredded wheat.
Yep.
You need a big mouthful of milk with the shredded wheat.
Yeah, because the shredded wheat like absorbs the milk as you're pouring it in.
Right. Yeah.
I think my favorite thing when I do eat cereal out of a bowl, which is very rarely, is it's between the first and second bowl of cereal. Because you eat your first bowl of cereal, don't pour any more milk in it. Put your second bowl on top. Then you have your milk saturated in sugar from
It's
the
like,
first bowl.
Yeah, it's like condensed milk.
Then, exactly. And then you eat that bowl. And then if you're going for the third bowl, you got to put the cereal in first and then put a little bit of milk in. Just to drown out, just to get a little dilution, but that's my preferred method for eating cereal out of a bowl. Thank you.
All right. What's your favorite cereals? Let us know at Rank 'em Up on Twitter. Don, where can they find this show?
All right, so you can go to YouTube. You can subscribe on YouTube, and it'll pop up in your subscription box. Those are always fun when you see the little tab above in your YouTube subscriptions, and you get a new video to watch. Or you can go to iTunes, listen to us. It'll pop up on your podcast. Just subscribe, and it'll pop up right for you when Craig posts them every Thursday. Go to Twitter at RankEmUp, at RANKEMUP. Go to Facebook and like us over there, and iTunes, and then Stitcher if you're an Android user.
Thank you to Kristen B128 for sending us a suggestion. We want to hear what your favorite cereals are. Send those in. And thank you for listening. Thanks to Lilo. Thanks to Don. Thanks to Kev Berto. I'm Craig, and this is Rank 'em Up.